it really depends on what that conversation was about, right? And he has made it. He's made his bed, and now we should find out what that conversation was actually about, because we need to know, why was it something that he felt like he had to either it was so forgetful that he honestly forgot about it, which I doubt, or it was something he felt like he shouldn't divulge at the time. So now we do, as a nation, have a right to ask, okay, what was in that conversation? Somebody should get him in that position to find out what it was, and that requires a full-blown investigation.
Right. Well, to me, I keep going back to the idea that we have been trained to look for the deception. I mean, just the two-facedness of the administration up to now, right? The willingness for them to tell us things that aren't true, right, makes us potentially think that, this is strategic, that they're trying to create chaos, that and who knows, right? It could also be attributed to incompetence. This could be a very honest, simple mistake. It absolutely could. But how do you take it like that, given the pattern that's been established across the past few months?
That's a good question. It boils down to malice versus incompetence. The result is the same, right? Yep. We get people who have been dishonest with us almost before he even took the oath of office. Right. So is it malicious? To me, it's hard. You know me, Matt. I push back hard against anything that feels or smells like a conspiracy theory. Yeah. And this idea that Trump is the Manchurian candidate for Russia is a conspiracy theory. Like, it ranks up there with great conspiracy theories of the past. Yeah. Right. So my natural gut reaction to that is, no, he's not the Manchurian candidate for Russia. This is good political fodder for the Democrats. I don't blame them for doing what they're doing. This is what you do with a political football.
It's what a lot of Democrats have been calling for them to do for a while, right? Yeah. Right, to play dirty. And there might be an extent to which that's happening.
Exactly. If you want them to beat Trump and you think he's an actual fascist, then don't complain about their tactics now, because this is exactly what the Republicans would do. So it's politics. It's dirty politics. It's going to happen. But more importantly, I think, to me, it just seems like comparing notes and saying, hey, we're both far right leaning, xenophobic, nationalistic bastards, we like each other. To me, that's okay. That's a possibility. But there's really the issue at hand that everyone wants to have an investigation around is whether or not Russia, or how and to what extent and what happened with them hacking and getting involved in our election. And I don't see there being any direct benefit for Russia communicating with the Trump campaign to pull that off, nor do I see any direct benefit for the Trump campaign to get involved. Those two things can happen in complete isolation, and both exist at the same time.
Yeah, they probably work better if they happen in isolation.
Right. It's plausible deniability, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's. I think that the thing you said about the sort of nationalist. Ethno-nationalist racist bastards, that's troubling in a different way. Yeah. Not in a legal way. Yeah, no, I tend to think you're right. If in fact they did have to collude, that would be incompetence. Right?
That would be, if they had to compare notes on how we're going to be better racist, or how we're going to get this, right. Or if Russia needed the Trump campaign to help them with the hack, what the hell is Russia doing involved in anyone's election?
Based on the way that campaign ran, if you were looking for them for organizational,
you're in trouble from the beginning.
And the Russians have proven adept at doing this, and lots of countries are adept at doing this. I tend to agree that there's no Occam's razor calls for no conspiracy here, right? There's absolutely no need to assume that in order for these two very like-minded administrations or potential administrations to work in concert, they don't need to talk to each other necessarily. Right.
And at the same time, both of them could be guilty of what they're being accused of. Jeff Sessions could have had this meeting and talked something inappropriately and lied about it. At the same time, it could have had nothing to do with the hacks. And I know what I'm asking for is for people to be reasonable at an unreasonable time. But the most reasonable thing here is that Trump is not the Manchurian candidate. Trump is really just a feckless buffoon who kind of stumbled into an opportunity that the Democratic Party opened up wide for him.